So you touched on downtown. Rave a little bit about
Yeah,
your
they're all playing for
downtown.
second, you know that, right? I'm just letting everybody know that, so go ahead and give their secondary story here, then we'll explain why Crown Point for 11 years in a row has been voted the #1 downtown in Northwest Indiana. But you guys, but I'll defer.
We just don't pay for the votes as much as you. I tell you, downtown is a tough business in being a mayor, and especially in Indiana. Maintaining a stable and vibrant downtown is a challenge for anybody that's sitting in our seats. And I give credit to a lot of mayors. Seneca's made some great movements. You got your art district starting to pop some things. I love going to LaPorte to do some antiquing. Crown Point, that's really not much there for me. But Whiting, we got 8 blocks of businesses, and we're happy to get going. And we spend a lot of time, effort, and we invest a lot of money into our business district to make sure it stays that way.
That rivalry is actually good for the region because you're thinking, I don't want to just do another ice rink like Valpo does or Crown Point does. I want to do something different. So I'm thinking of something different.
Downtown's
Mayor
really
Ram
hard.
says Valpo's got an ice rink. I would just want a bigger one.
Yeah.
Nicer.
Yeah.
Downtowns are the heart of your community too, so if you have a thriving downtown, it's contagious to the rest of the city. And yes, Michigan City's over the last 10 years has really came back, and the art district, and then having probably the premier event in the Midwest of having the Great Lakes Grand Prix boat race there and bringing in tens of thousands of people is I don't see, Mayor Krentz still thinks Pine Lake compares with Lake Michigan. He learned early on that there's a large difference there geographically.
But he's going to say like they got 7 lakes and you only got 1.
Yeah.
That's what I will say.
It's a big one.
I shouldn't speak for you.
But and that's crucial to the economy of our whole area. Yeah.
I mean, LaPorte has lakes, parks, a Renaissance downtown, art, culture, we've got sports, we really have it all. And I don't have a swag bag with me like Mayor Joe, but
Gotta be prepared. That's all
I know.
Boy Scouts.
Signature events. We all host a lot of different things. Joe, hold on. Don't
Did you
just
bring some
jump.
pierogies with you at least?
Don't just jump in and take the lead. Mayor Snedecor, I'll start with you. Signature events that you think,
Just be
if
sure.
you're in the region, you gotta go to.
Probably our Lakefront Fest is the big one. That goes for about 5 days. It's on the lakefront. They have fireworks. They have all kinds of vendors. They have all kinds of
Duck
things
races.
happening. They have cardboard.
Canoeing.
Yeah, they have the
Cardboard races.
regatta where people sink in the lake. It's a lot of fun. And our lakefront's really, we've taken a whole new twist to the lakefront. We redid the lakefront walkways, putting in a $6.5 million bridge so boats can get in and out around the lake, and making some major strides on the lakefront. Because let's face it, we're not a downtown square like Valpo and Crown Point. We don't have Lake Michigan the front. So we got to find. So we got to find that other niche. And us in LaPorte are one of the few communities that have a lake in our downtown.
Yep.
So we got to build on that.
Been to your fest, I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Do you do any fests?
Barely, but we have a few. I guess you could say we do have one.
I've heard of this.
And it's a small festival. A couple 100,000 of our closest friends show up. Numbers are being challenged and publicly in the paper, but next year we'll get an exact count. Technology exists now where you can count people at a festival.
Really?
You never know what the mayor will dress up like at this.
Yeah, I usually have to do something stupid, but it's part of the gig, But I think I'm pretty proud of the Pierogi Fest committee and how the city supports it. It's been a great festival for 25 years now. So
Events.
Well, I mentioned the Great Lakes Grand Prix. It's a big event because it's a week long, and we have increased 2 days of racing, Saturday, Sunday, jet skis. Like say tens of thousands of people. It's a big event. Taste of Michigan City goes on, and just a lot of
You got the Brew Fest, you
yeah.
got Shelf Ice.
Yeah.
And
Probably
you
the other-
decided to bring people into the middle of Michigan City on the lake when it's about 10 degrees and have them all hang outside and drink beer.
And we're have to expand.
And it's been popular as heck.
Yeah, we're having to expand these events each year. Another one is the Festival of Lights around Christmas time that we have through Washington Park. That's very well attended from all of our surrounding cities come over to see our lights, and I think that they're getting new ideas. I know Joe is.
you got the bobsled race every year down in Michigan City, right?
No, I won't call the bobsled race.
That must be a story.
But, yeah.
The luge, yeah.
Talk about your events.
We have our biggest event is the Sunflower Fair. In fact, that's going to be
This weekend.
this Saturday.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's in its 21st year, and when it first started, it was literally just one block, and there were some artists that were there, and you know, a few people, and now it occupies our downtown. It's fantastic, and we also have ice fishing in the wintertime, a candlelight tour around Christmas. I mean,
Your 4th of July parade, people are dead serious about where they sit. I don't know that I've ever seen a parade goer be as hardcore as LaPorte. Like, these people, it's 3 weeks ahead of time, and they're on their street.
Yeah, mark their territories, yeah.
we in the 1940s, LaPorte, by proclamation of the governor, was made the state capital of the day in Indiana on the 4th. So that continues to this day.
Was it a
And you
slow
take-
day or?
So-
Oh, never mind.
So LaPorte's the capital of Indiana for the 4th of July,
Yeah.
and I don't have any special powers on that day, I found out. I couldn't pardon anyone, or I couldn't, put any
Otherwise, you'd
legislation
be busy
through.
getting calls from other mayors.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the case.
yeah.
Well, it's kind of a cool honor.
Yeah.
Events at Crown Point.
You know,
You're starting to do a
We have,
ton
a lot,
more
we have a lot now
because
because the Bulldog Park's opened up the opportunity for us to do a lot more. I mean, having a downtown, a little bit different than Valpo is, we don't own the streets. I mean, it's a state highway, so we have to get permission to shut things down. Logistically, it's really tough on our public works department and our resource departments to, you know, do that stuff and set up for an event. But, you know, we do have some great events. You know, we have the only nighttime St. Patrick's parade that really kicks off the start of the winter months from the hibernation of everybody, like hiding all winter long, and you want to get out and get some free family events that take place. So that kicks off our season. We have a great 4th of July parade, not like LaPorte's, but it's traditionally well-maintained, and we brought back the Taste of Crown Point. You know, we have a lot of other business owners now using Bulldog Park to create and craft new ideas that can really generate new opportunities for Crown Point going forward. So Bulldog Park's definitely been a great addition to our downtown.
Yeah, just a beautiful place. And now it's like full all the time. I mean, you launch it,
It is.
a couple days a week, you got it already full, and by next year it'll be even
It's
more.
a turnkey facility, so, you know, you don't have to shut things down, you just revamp and remodel and start tomorrow with a new event.